Hi guys, at this session we're gonna model the forest project as I showed you last sessions. As we are taking a look on the images, try to analyze the curves, and actually in this project we're gonna consider all of the details and then sketch them. The vertical and the horizontal mullions, the columns, and also the sloped roof and the stairs. So let's get started. I get back to Rhino. In the top view, here I can enable the grid snaps, and by using polyline, I start sketching lines by this way, as you can see in the scene. Then I wanna sketch the edges of the sloped roof by using interpolate curves or curves by interpolate points by this way. Well done. Then in the perspective view, I select these two curves and then I display the control points to modify the curve. So right now I adjust the slope of the roof. I move it till it was enough. Very well. Following that, I select these two curves. I explode them. Then I select these four open curves. Then in the front view, I move them up or upwards. Following that, I position them at heights at this level. Let me move it a little bit more. Enough. Then by using a surface, I wanna convert them to a surface, as we got four curves. Following that, I can select my surface, and then by using extrude surface, I extrude the surface a little bit. Let me specify the distance, and I set solid to yes. Well done. Let me take a look at a picture. Here the extrusion is the thickness of the roof, as you can see on the picture, so the distance should be minimized. Here in the right view, then I want to specify the distance of the extrusion. Well done. Then in the top view, I sketch multiple lines. I pick the rectangle, I activate project, and I want to sketch the rectangle and the grid lines. I don't want to use the grid snaps. Then I start sketching it by this way. Then one more rectangle, but smaller in size. Then I want to select the bottom surface or the bottom curve. I split it. Check this out. I have set the rectangle as the cutting object. I start extrude. Then I want to extrude the splitted part to create the stair-like surfaces. Check this out, which has been extruded from inside the surface. However, we can maximize the distance of the extrusion. So I select it, then I extend it. Well done. By this way. At the next stage, we're gonna create the frames or the mullions and also the columns. Well done. I pick the circle command, then I start sketching the columns. For example, from this part, and then by using rectangle, I create or sketch a thin mullion or frame. I select the column, the circular column. Then by using array curve, I set the method to distance between items, for example 2 point or 3 meters between each. Then I delete the last one, the last item. Then by using select last created object, I wanna by this way. Then I hold down shift to select the last item 2. I press down Ctrl G buttons to group them. So then I can easily select them. Then by using extrude curve, I set it to boundary. I specify the surface as the boundary, then I extrude the panels, the columns. Then I select the frame or the mullion. However, I can work on it more to create it in more details. I select the frame and then I start array curve. I specify the path and then I array the frame. Here 3 meters for each, the distance between each of the items. I select the last created objects, then as usual Ctrl G to group them, and this time since all of the items are selected, I do not hold shift. Ctrl G to group them. Then by using extrude curve, just like the columns, I extrude them to the boundary and I specify the surface as the boundary. Check this out. And at the final stage, I select the curve. I want to make another curve by offsetting through point by this way. Then I select these two curves, extrude curve to boundary, and then I specify the surface or the roof as the boundary. Watch this. Well done. Here's the walls. I press down Alt Ctrl G to activate ghosted display mode, or here in material I create a new material and then I click on custom. Following that, in the custom settings I can specify a new color for my object, for example blue for the glass walls, and then I increase the transparency of the glass walls, for instance 55%. I select the glass, then I assign the material to the object or to the glass wall. Well done. The material is associated. Then in the rendered preview, here we can display the viewport as the rendered preview, that you may have it in your pop-up. So right now, as you can see, the building is prepared and the material is assigned to. Let me modify the color by this way. Since I just wanted to display it transparent, because of the glass walls, in order to make the inside of the building visible. In the continuation, you have to create the stairs, as you can see on the screen, because here, as you can see, we got 4 buildings that we calculate the dimensions according to these diagrams, or actually relative dimensions or sizes. And for creating the ramps and the stairs, we can use extrude, linear array, and also a surface. So guys, it's time to take your time on practicing the given lessons. If you got any question, you can ask me.